What is going on, y'all? It is your boy Knowledge, seven-figure entrepreneur. I've been in the notary game for going on 10 years soon. And what I usually do is help people get their signing service started, signing agency started, teaching you guys exactly what I know so that you guys can learn how to get that time freedom, that financial freedom, that location freedom that you're looking for. So what I want to talk about today is how I built a system that makes money even when I'm not working, which is notary automation. So how do I even make a system? So before we even do that, there's a couple of things that we need to talk about. And while I'm drawing this out, I'll talk to you guys about it. The whole goal of being in business is to not always work, but to have a system that works without you. The problem is when it comes to many notaries, they are the system. They think that because they have their notary commission and because they have an LLC, that you're a business. And that's okay to think, but many people don't understand that there's a difference. Just because you own an LLC doesn't mean that you're actually a business owner. Because there's different ways, there's nuances to it, but I'm gonna explain exactly what I mean. Many of you have an LLC, but you're still self-employed. So what we have here is the cash flow quadrant, right? And on the cash flow quadrant, we have the left side and the right side. And this is a term in a book that's popularized by the author Robert Kiyosaki, investor, coach, mentor, all around great guy. Kind of reminds me of myself. Just kidding, partially. Anyways. I'm being facetious. But anyways, you have the quadrant here, right? You have the employee, which is boom. You have your self-employed, you have your business owner, and then you have your investor, right? When you're on the left side of the quadrant, as an employee or as self-employed, the money is being made using your time. So you're leveraging, that means you're putting up your time to get some money back. I'm selling my time to get some money. And the reason why this doesn't make sense is because your time is your most valuable resource. So why would you use your most valuable resource to get money, something that's intangible? Yes, you have to pay for bills, but stay with me. Because there's a better way to make money without having to use up your most valuable resources. And that comes into play when you move over to the right side of the quadrant. Many of you guys don't know what the right side of the quadrant is or that it even exists, but this is when you start using people or leveraging people to make money. You start leveraging your knowledge to make money. You start leveraging your money to make money. And this is how you actually scale and make more income. This is how you actually scale and make more income. So with the business owner, what they do is you leverage people, you leverage your money, and it makes you more money. And when you get to an investor, you're leveraging your money to make more money. That's what you need to do. So how did I build a system that makes money even when I'm not working? The first thing that I did is make sure that my leads were coming in automatically, right? You want your leads to come in automatically. The problem is that many notaries out there, and this is people teaching the notary business, just to become a notary and stuff like that, they're always chasing, they're always begging for leads. I don't beg for leads. One thing's for certain, two things for sure. I'm not begging for any leads. I don't need to do that. You position yourself in a way where people want to work with you. Because what many people forget is that the notary business is a needs-based business. Even in times of recession, people need a notary. Even in times of recession, people need to have their taxes done. Even in times of recession, people need to go to the doctor. These are need-based businesses, need-based services. So if you're needs-based, why are you begging for leads? You just don't understand how to get leads to come in automatically to you on a recurring basis so that you have consistent income. Once I learned how to do that, once I learned how to get leads coming in automatically, it helped me make money without me even having to work. In a way, it was automation. That's notary automation. Consistent notary clients coming in, getting the job done without me having to do anything. By the time I woke up, 2-3 days ago, I woke up, looked at my phone, I had made like $1,021 or $1,036. It was between that. It was less than $1,040, but let's call it $1,036 without me even getting out of bed. So this is what I mean by notary automation, having these things done before you even have to do anything. So you can relax, enjoy life, worry about other businesses, or make videos like me. I don't know, whatever you want to do. Anything, what I like to do is I make sure that bookings happen without even having to make calls, right? So for me, you want to have bookings happen even without having to make calls. So you want the client to pick a time, they enter their detail, they lock in appointments on their own without you even having to speak to the clients. Because sometimes, whether you're sick, whether you're maybe feeling depressed, maybe whether you have to take little Timmy to soccer practice or basketball practice, or you got to take little Sarah to ballet practice. You want to make sure that money's coming in and clients are still booking with you. It's not a business. Going back to this quadrant, it's not a business if it can't run itself. If you step away from the business, if you step away from the thing that you've created, we'll just call it that. If you step away from the thing that you created and it stops making money, you don't have a business, you're self-employed, because the system doesn't work without you. Going back to this quadrant, B and the S, when you go back to this B and this S quadrant right here, oops, let me do this. I'm gonna circle both of them so you can see these. The biggest difference that many people don't know is with the S quadrant, you as an individual, you are the system. And let me change the camera so you guys can understand. When you're in the S quadrant, you are the system. So if you stop working, your business stops working. If you get sick, your business gets sick too. If you can't make any money and you're tired, your business is tired too. It's not gonna make any money. That puts you in the S quadrant. When you're in the B quadrant, what makes you in the B quadrant is when you own a system that continues making money, whether or not you're feeling good, whether or not you're sick. For example, I made $1,000 and I was sleeping. How do you do that? By creating a system so the system can run without you. If you're still going out here doing these signings, you're doing what the majority are doing. Don't do what the majority are doing. That's why I don't even talk about that stuff anymore. I made some videos, taught them how to do that. Here, that's what you want. But if you're trying to get to the next level and actually make tens of thousands to hundreds of thousands, this is what you need to do. Build a scalable system that works without you. But getting back to it, you need to make sure that you have booking calls whenever that happens. Next up, payment up front. Payments are collected up front. So with me, shout out to Dre. Shout out to Dre in this one too. You take your money up front. Like I've learned from some of my coaches, some of my mentors, you take your money up front. You don't want to come into a case where there's so many things that happens when you don't take your money up front. First off, and if you're a notary, if you're new to the notary business, you're either familiar with this or you've heard about this. And if you haven't, now you're hearing it from me. You're hearing it from the horse's mouth because I did it for years myself. You go to the location and maybe something happens to the document. The client doesn't want to pay you the full amount, but you've done your job. That's one issue that can occur because you didn't get paid. And if you did the job and they didn't pay, they could just not pay you. What you can do, call the cops for $50? Yeah, okay, cool. But you need to get your money up front, so if anything happens, you are the determining factor on whether that client gets money back or not. It's not up to the client on whether they want to pay you, it's up to you whether you want to give them money back or if you want to come to some sort of agreement to where you give them a percentage of the money back. But you need to collect your money up front. Always do that. Always do that, always do that, always do that. If you're scared on how to do that, hit the link down below. I'll hop into a call with me and I'll show you guys how to do that. But you need to get that payment up front. Second problem that happens is you'll drive to the location and they'll cancel. So this happens to me all the time and I hated it. And I remember the very last job I did like that, I told myself I'm never not charging up front again. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. So for me, what happened is I was living about an hour, now I live in Brickell, Miami, but before I was an hour away from here, probably like an hour, hour and a half, depending on traffic. Drove all the way down here to notarize a document for a client, got to their penthouse, knocked on the door, read my phone, they texted me and they canceled. Mind you, this is an hour to an hour and a half. So that means it's 2 to 3 hours each in total commute. So I have to drive back home, still used up my gas, still used up my time, still turned down other appointments to go to this appointment. But I had no money. I had no money from them. So what do? Do I bang on the door and kick it open and tell them to give me money? Hold them by the neck, give me my money, I'm already here. You can't do that because you didn't charge up front. So that's where your shortcomings came as an entrepreneur, because you're not charging people up front. Get your money up front. Get your money up front. Super important that you do that. So anyways, jobs get automatically assigned, right? Jobs get assigned automatically. When the job comes in, my notary team was on point. My notary team knows, all right, I get this job, I get this job, I get this job, and we move it like that. And we're moving on to the next thing. Everybody eats, everybody gets broken off into, everybody knows what they're doing, they know where they're going, they know how much they're getting paid, everybody knows what they're doing. But you want your system to assign people automatically so you don't have to worry about that. That's notary automation. It's everything is working by itself. Everything is working by itself. You want the system to keep moving whether you're there or not. Whether I'm there or not, the team knows what they're doing, they know where they're going, and everybody's just on point. Everybody's doing what they need to do to make the system run. And if I step away from the system as the creator, as the parent of the baby that we created, it's still functioning, it's still moving. And that's how you know you have an actual business. That's when you know you're in the B quadrant. You're not leveraging your time. You're not leveraging your time to make money. You see what I'm saying? Is that hopefully that makes sense to you guys. Hopefully that makes sense. Next up, the clients. Get updated without me. So whether I'm there doing the job with the clients or not, they're getting consistently updated with me. There's systems in place to where the client knows what's going on. They know who's coming to the location, what's going to be notarized, the payment's already done. All of that whole process is already smooth, right? The whole process is already smooth to the point where I'm not even having to worry about it. Leads are coming in, calls are getting booked, notaries know what they're doing, clients are getting serviced, and everybody's happy. But these are the things that you do. These are the things I put together and I've made inside of the notary hybrid system to teach people how to do the same exact thing. The same exact thing that I'm doing in my business. It's not rocket science. It's not pretty. It's not the flashiest business in the world, but it makes money, 1, and it's need-based, 2, and it'll stay around in case of a recession, 3, it's one of those things that's getting hard to replace with AI. 4, there's so many good reasons for it, and not everybody's paying attention to it. As you can see on this channel, don't even have that many views because I'm only speaking to a subset of people that are opening their mind to understand, like, whoa, this kid is onto something, and that's what I'm showing people. I'm eating in this industry and showing other people. If you're interested, if you want to learn about this, let me know. Like, there's plenty of it. There's plenty of room to grow in this. But anyways, if you're a notary that's new to the game, or if you're a notary that's been in the game for a while and you feel like you're not making any money, you're still over there chasing those $50 signings, those 2 hours for $50, go ahead and click the link in the bio. Or if you're even new to business, period, in this industry, excites you, or it just makes sense. It lifted up your ears and it makes sense to start a boring business, then go ahead and click the link in the bio. Me or someone from my team will speak with you so that way you can get started. I'll walk you through the process from A to Z, whether you have a business or not, and show you exactly what you need to do. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell notification, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Knowledge out. Peace. If you found this helpful, make sure to join our free Notary Knowledge Academy. It's the #1 community for all notaries. And if you need one-on-one mentorship on how to grow your business from 3 to 8K plus in your notary business, all the links are down below. Go ahead and click that, and I'll see you guys on the inside.